All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. That one to the elders and our apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopefully elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the brothers that teach us word and sincerity. I'm the brother Ira Lumia from the GMS Chicago, branch here in Chicago. Come back at you with another lesson. I'm just basically entitled this lesson, that, Esau time is up, and our salvation is coming, you know, because with the downfall of Esau comes our salvation, you know. So I'm gonna play this 46, second clip, and I'm gonna just jump into it. Because the chariots of the Lord, Esau's gonna try to do war with the chariot, with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and fail miserably. So let's play this 46-second clip. Right, so these are basically signs of the end. When we see chariot signs and different things like that, it just basically signifies that Esau's time is up. That's why he's scrambling, to achieve his NWO agenda. Because he know that he only have but a short time, which you can read about in Revelation 12:12, which I'm gonna get. This is the book of Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." Right. And the reason for me playing that 46-second clip is because of what? We know that the chariots, is roundabout, you know, roundabout in various places of the world. Because what we know that pertaining to Romans 13:11, which I'm gonna get, our salvation is nearer than we believed. With the downfall, with the downfall of Esau and his society comes our salvation. You know, right? Because these devils know they have but a short time because of all the chariot sites that's going on, around the world. They know that they're losing power and they're losing power fast, so they're scrambling, to establish their NWO agenda. So I'm gonna read this again. This is the book of Revelations 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, both to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil," that word devil means deceiver. We know that Esau is the biggest deceiver on the place of, upon planet Earth. For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And I basically already went over that. How does he know he had but a short time? By the way of the chariot signs, prophecy that's going on around the world. This is the book of Zechariah 5:4. It says, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." Right, we're currently in the house of the thief. You know, what the East Edomites have done to the Northern Kingdom, because we know that the Northern Kingdom possessed all this land, over here to this side of the world. Which we know is Arsareth. So I'm reading again. This is the book of Zechariah 5:4. It says, "I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." Right, we're in the house of the thief. These devils, took this land from the Gadites, the Reubenites, and the rest of the northern kingdom, into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Right, so the Lord is going to enter into the house of the thief and ultimately destroy him. Which are these Edomites? Starting with these what the world called one percenters, the Illuminati, these elites, and that's who the Lord is going, this is who what the Lord is going to enter to the house of the thief, which is over here in North America, because like I said, Esau is going to try to do war with the Lord and his army. This is the book of Isaiah 66:15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." All right, this is how the Lord is going to do most of that damage. That main damage is going to be by those thermonuclear missiles, but the chariots is going to get busy too. Esau, Edom, and the wicked. You know? So I'm going to read this again. It's the book of Isaiah 66:15. It says, For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Right, the Lord is coming through with his chariots, like I showed you in the 46-second clip of the chariot sightings. At the woman was basically confused and basically said, "What the hell is that?" You know, and Esau, time is basically up, pertaining to Revelation 12:12, knowing that he had but a short time. You know, well, let's continue. This is what Esau's afraid of. Because, like I said, me telling the lesson the way I did, Esau time is up and our salvation is coming. This is the book of Romans 13:11. And it says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep." And what is that talking about? Us basically, awakening out of this madness that we're currently in. You know, these different philosophies, these different, you know, the ways of living of this life. We're supposed to be waking up out of that and come to the true knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. For now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Or our salvation is nearer than we believe. How do we know that? Chariot signs. We have probably, seen more chariot signs than any, than any other time before. You know, every other day, you have brothers, seeing chariots and different things like that. You know, even Esau, is coming out and admit that, it's not really a secret no more that, so-called UFOs are out there, which we know to be the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is the book of Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Esau, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. What is that sword that is going to be bathed in heaven? Those thermonuclear missiles. So Esau, or the Lord, is going to use because you can read about it how the Lord, created the smith to destroy. The Lord is going to use, this weapon that, the Lord forced made Esau to create and use it upon himself. The Lord put it in the mind of these scientists to create the nuclear missiles for ultimately for the Lord to use it, against them. And that's what's ultimately going to come down upon Idumea, which is these Edomites, which are these so-called white people, which is these thermonuclear missiles. And this is what the Lord is going to do, to destroy, Esau. I'm gonna close out with this one. This is the book of Jeremiah 16:15. It says, "But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers." Right. It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be, how, our salvation, is going to be even greater than when we were captivity in Egypt. The Lord is going to, take us from the land of the north, which is over here in America. Actually, let me read this. I actually, fast forwarded, but I'm going to read this. It's the book of Jeremiah 16:14. Then I'm going to jump into the 15th verse. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt." Because anything about history, that the first captivity that the Israelites had to go through was the captivity under Pharaoh, which was in the land of Egypt. How the Lord used Moses, the Lord basically used Moses to get our people out of the land of Egypt by the hands of Moses. Verse 15, "But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land that I gave to their fathers." Right, and the Lord is ultimately going to, like I said, with the downfall of Esau means our deliverance, and that is shortly, you know. But with that being said, Lord willing, I hope it was edifying. I'm ending off right there. To the elect, to the brothers sisters that's watching also. So I ended up by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopefully elect that's around the four corners of the earth. And also the breast that teaches word and sincerity. Lord willing, I hope this is edifying, and Lord willing, I'll come back on another lesson soon. Shalom.